Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Red Raiders will put toe together and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So BYU's offense takes the field. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was...
Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fry. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the left. Creates a little room. Nice move to keep running. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Phillips.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Nakua. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coates. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last one.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep, and he'll keep this drive going.
And I like it. No hesitation, belief in my offensive unit. 4th and short equals success for me. I want the touchdown. Now set up on a 1st and goal situation because of good physical play.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got it in the middle. It's Fry. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. He leaves it with his back. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play.
Fires and picked off. Racing down the left side. The 20. He's at touchdown, Red Raiders. Now this defense taking one back to the house.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes.
Turning it on! And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Zips it out to his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Nakua. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 3rd. He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Using the quick game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
BYU lines up with the sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal runner who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're going to run it. And they'll knock him down.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've...
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
He'll start this drive going to the air. It's on target and complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The give to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Catch in the middle. It's Givens. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Phillips. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. The ricochet off the left, upright and through. They're hanging around here, leads down to 12.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best. Together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looking to fire. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first. Third and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Here's some pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, they're after him. Grab behind the line. It's Jimenez. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and defend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. The lead is now back down to 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is...
Turning it on! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. And they've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Jamison. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. Slithers into space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Grab near the marker. It's Nakua. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Quarterback may change this route. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw again. Unleashes one. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games,